Now, in this type 4 type of questions based on matrices and determinants, students often wonder that what technique to use to solve such PNC based questions. So, in this kind of PNC based question, there are primarily two techniques that we are going to use. One is method of cases, and another is nothing but beggar's method. And by this time, you must have known about my fondness of this method because the answers come very accurately and very fast. So let us see what kind of question JEE has asked and how to solve those questions. So if I look into this question that was asked in 2022, it is exactly like the question that we just solved. What they're saying is there is a 3 cos 3 matrix and the entries can only come from the set of -1, 0, 1. Now they're talking about sum of all the entries equal to being 5. So if I take those 9 elements as x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6, x7 till x9, the sum is given as 5. And the value of xi is nothing but -1, 0 and 1. So what I can do is I can use some substitution and some removal of cases or destruction method towards the end to get to the answer. Now let us see how that works out. So in first step, what I'm doing is I am putting a substitution here. So since my xi lies between -1 and 1, in order to remove this negative number, I am putting xi as nothing but capital Xi -1. So this substitution is very important because if I do this and put this here, what you will observe is my xi now lies between 0 and 2. So this I have done because Beggar's theorem or method is only valid for whole numbers. So we need to make it a whole number first. The second step is now let us write it down. So if I write it down, this becomes x1 minus 1. Then the second term becomes capital X2 minus 1. And this will keep on happening till x9 minus 1. And this is equal to 5. So if I write it down, then x1 plus x2 till x9. And this 9 will go on the other side and make this as 14. Now here, the problem is that the value of xi now lies between nothing but 0 and 2. Still I cannot solve. So we are taking one more step further in the third part. So what is this third step? In this third step, we will talk about a new substitution. So now what we are doing is we are putting xi, capital Xi is nothing but 2 minus y1. Now if this happens, then my y1 will also lie between 0 and 2. You can simply put the value and check. So if this happens, let us see what will happen to the equation that I formed earlier. So let us write the first term as 2 minus y1 plus 2 minus y2. And if I keep on writing that till last term, it is 2 minus y9 is equal to nothing but 14. So what we are getting on the right hand side is 18 minus y1 plus y2 up till y9. Put the brackets is equal to 14. Or we can write this as nothing but y1 plus y2 till y9 will be equal to nothing but 4. So now it is in the range of applying Beggar's method because now your yi lies between 0 and 2. So if I write my answer in the third part, still I will not get the right answer, but I can eliminate the unnecessary cases. So answer becomes 4 plus 9 minus 1c4. Now this is not my right answer. I need to remove the answer when one of these takes a value 4. So that can happen is nothing but 9 cases because if I put y1 is equal to 4, then others will become 0. Similarly, y2 can also become 4. So there are 9 cases. And then one case more would be there when one of them becomes 3 and another one becomes 1. Now in this case, others will take value as 0. So how many such cases are possible? So what you can do is out of 9, we can take 2 and give them values 3 and 1. So let us say if I have taken x1, it will become 3 and then x2 will become 1 and others will become 0. But then vice versa can also happen. First can become 1 and the other can also become 3. So we'll multiply this by 2. So if I do this and simplify, my answer comes out to be nothing but 414. That is nothing but the answer to this question. Now this 2023 question is nothing but a more intense form of the last question. Now let us see what they are trying to say. In this case, what they are saying is this is a 2 cross 2 matrix. So if I write this as x1, this value becomes x2, then x3, then x4. First, now what they're saying next is this xi needs to lie between nothing but 0 and 4. So it can take values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now from here, this is the first part, the actual question starts. The actual question is the sum of all the elements is equal to nothing but a prime number lying between 2 and 30. So what are the possible values that it can take? So one of the values that it can take is 3. Another value that it can take is nothing but 5, then 7, and then 11. These are the 4 values that it can take because 2 and 13 are not included. Once you have done this, the next part is to find out the values of possible solutions in all of these 4 cases. So if I take this equal to 3 and xi lies between 0 and 4, it is quite simple. You can directly apply the formula. 3 plus 4 minus 1 C3. This is going to be the answer. In the next case, so this is my case 1. In my next case, x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 will be equal to 5. Now here we know that since xi lies between 0 and 4, Beggar's method will not give me the answer. So even if I write 5 plus 4 minus 1 C5, I need to subtract those cases when this x1, x2, x3 becomes 5. So let us subtract those 4 cases to get the answer. Then comes my next scenario in which x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 becomes nothing but equal to 7. Now in this specific scenario, you will have to do a little bit of hard work. Why? Because if you write the solution 7 plus 4 minus 1 C7, there are a lot of cases getting included that cannot be part of answer. Like when each of them becomes 7. So if one becomes 7, other 3 will become 0. So there are going to be 4 such cases. Another case is if one becomes 6 and another one becomes 1 again, and the 2 becomes 0. So this case will also arise. So in this, what we'll do is out of 4, we can select 2 and multiply by 2 factorial. Then another scenario would be when it becomes 5, 2, 0, 0. Such cases. So out of 4, I can select 2, give them values 5 and 2 in 2 factorial ways. And there is going to be one third case when 1 becomes 5, then 1, then 1, then 0. So now this can happen in nothing but if I take 3 of them and do this in 3 factorial by 2 factorial ways. So these are the possible scenarios in which it can happen. And if I simplify this, this answer comes out to be 80. Now, if I take my last case would be when x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 becomes 11. In this case, if I do a little bit of substitution and put my xi as nothing but 4 minus y as I did earlier, my y1 can be written as 4 minus y1. X2 becomes 4 minus y2 and then 4 minus y4 is equal to 11. And this becomes nothing but 16 minus y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 is equal to 11. Or what I get is y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 is equal to nothing but 5. And you can see that this is exactly like the part that we solved earlier. And whatever answer we are getting there will become our answer. So let us calculate this answer also. So this becomes 8C5 minus 4. And if I simplify, it is 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 3 into 2 minus 4. And this becomes nothing but 52. So the answer to this part is also 52. Now, if I calculate, if the first answer, it came out to be nothing but 7 minus 1. 7 minus 1 is nothing but 6C3. So 6 into 5 into 4 by 6. So this becomes nothing but 20. So if I add them up, what I get is nothing but 20 from case 1. From case 2, again, what we got was nothing but 52. From the next case, it was nothing but 80. This was my case 3. And for my case 4, that was sum equal to 11. I got nothing but 52. So if I add them up, what I get is nothing but 204. That is nothing but answer to this question. Now this is quite a simple question. This question talks about a square matrix of order 5. And what they're saying is each of these elements can be 0 and 1. The sum of all the elements in each row is 1 and sum of all the elements in each column is also 1. How many such matrices are possible? So let us start this question. So if I try and make it, what is going to happen is if I put 1 here, then all the other 5 elements needs to be 0. So now I could have put 1 here also at each of the 5 places. So what I have 5 choices to put my 1. Now if I move next, I cannot put my 1 here. So my choices will remain 4. So next time I can put 1 in 4 different cases. And now in all the other places, I can write 0. Now you can see that here and here, I cannot place 1. I have got 3 choices to place my 1. Similarly, in the next case, let us say that I have put it here. So in the next case, what you can do is we cannot put it in the first place 3 places. Here I can put. So there are 2 choices. And in the last case, we will only be left with 1 choice. If I multiply all of these, I should get my answer. So the answer of this question is nothing but 5 factorial or 120. That is nothing but option D.
If you like this video, you will also like Pragbee's unique approach to teaching students or guiding students for the last mile journey. So if you are a student who has been preparing for 2 years and going to write this exam in 2024, this is one of the best ways and platforms that you can prepare with. Unlike other crash courses who focus on teaching 100% syllabus in just 2 to 3 months, which a student took 2 years to prepare, we have a different way to approach the problem. This process works on 3 very specific steps. In step 1, we start from you. What exact preparation have you done in the last 2 years, last 1 year, last few months? And what is the minimum amount of effort, areas, concepts and problems that required to be prepared to get a very good college from JEE Mains? In step 2, based on this customized plan that was prepared based on your strengths and weaknesses and the minimum path of least resistance that you can take to get into a very good college, we align you a one-on-one faculty, a faculty who is going to teach you as a student, keeping your needs into mind, where you are getting stuck in a topic, what kind of problems you cannot solve, and how to solve those problems in a very efficient and smart manner and convert that topic into tangible marks in JEE Mains. In step 3, we attach you to a test series, a testing platform where you can test yourself for each and every topic that you're preparing. You can write full syllabus tests and get an understanding that how this program is working for you, wherein the faculties can again sit with you and customize the plan based on your needs so that your score is getting maximized in JEE Mains exam. Using this program, Ashish was able to maximize his score in JEE Mains and JEE Advanced and was able to get into IIT Madras Mechanical in just a matter of 3 months. If you are one of those students who think that he has got the potential, who can make it, and he wants to have a smart and efficient approach at this point of time, which can maximize his or her result in JEE Mains exam, you can apply for this program in the link given in the description and somebody from my team will get in touch with you and help you out. See you until next one.